Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and today we're once again visiting Moersleutel beer engineers out of the Netherlands, and this is a can of beer that I've been waiting to crack open, but I didn't want to wait too long because I didn't want the adjuncts to fade on it. So this is a can of the Intergalactic Bounty Hunter, which is an imperial stout with coconut and coffee, clocking in at 10% ABV. And yeah, interesting artwork on there. Nice play on words. I was actually going to combine this with a Clueless Eating video and actually pair it with some bounties, but Simon beat me to the punch of making that connection, and I actually forgot to buy bounties to do this, but I was just proper in the mood to finally get this open. So I picked this up from Northern Beer Temple in Wigan. Paid just over £7 for it, which I think isn't too bad, all things considered. I picked this up, and their Imperial Milk Stout brewed with Gervasium, if I've said that correctly, which was an Imperial Stout, milk stout. It's on my channel, but brewed with apricot nibs. And that was interesting, and it got me excited for this because I love coconut in Imperial Stouts, and I love coffee in Imperial Stouts. So, yeah, let's get this opened and see what we get. For no reason whatsoever, I'm using my Mikkeller small tasting glass. I think with the logic that I'll drink this slower because you're going to have to constantly fill it up. And yeah, just spill it all over the floor, Peter. Still dripping. That's what she said. But yeah, anyway, beer in the glass then. And that to me is pretty much jet black with a nice one finger's worth of a nice sort of mocha looking head. It's looking really nice and pretty in this glass. So let's see what we get on the nose. Obviously you're getting that really nice roasted malt character from the stout itself. There is a little bit of coconut coming through. Actually, yeah, it's like dark chocolate Bounty Bar, I would say. Oh yeah, now the beer's sort of like settled in the glass slightly. Yeah, that's a lot of coconut coming through now. It's amazing how aromas develop like that in such a short amount of time. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Almost has like I don't know if this exists, but I'd imagine coconut liqueur smelling like this. Coffee, not getting too much on the nose, it has to be said. It's a really fragrant coconut is coming through, and dark chocolate, slight bit of milk chocolate as well. But it just smells like it's got like a sort of cake batter aroma to it as well, like a chocolate cake batter. It smells absolutely wonderful. So let's give it a taste. Cheers, folks. God, it's so good. It's not as heavy as you expect it to be in the mouthfeel. It's not watery by any stretch or anything like that. There's just like that really slightly oil slick sort of like gloopiness as opposed to like a big, body gloopiness. It's like, it's very velvety and creamy. Very gentle carbonation as well, just enough to, you know, circulate the beer around your mouth. I know circulate's not the proper word to use in that context, but I'm sticking with it. You do get the 10% ABV, which is, you know, it's amazing how a lot of imperial strength beers now mask the alcohol ridiculously well, maybe too well, a lot of the time, in my honest opinion. Because I like it when a stout has that sort of like alcohol warmth and slight character. And it's definitely got dessert liqueur characteristics. Coconut, by the bucket load in this. Dark chocolate bounty bars. It's a descriptor used time and time again with beers like this. But it's just so damn good. And the good thing is that the coconut character on the nose is very fragrant and slight perfumey. So you're kind of in the back of your mind expecting it to be a little bit too synthetic and tasting a bit perfumey. But no, it's just beautiful balance. I don't know if my camera's picking up that movement slowly. It seems jittery, I don't know. So happy I'm sat on the floor actually, because I could just lean back and just drift off. Yeah, it's very liqueur-like, I would say. You get a little bit more of the coffee bitterness on the back end, as opposed to like a really upfront coffee flavour. But it's definitely there. You're not like having to search for it. It's got more characteristics of coffee as opposed to like a big strong flavour of coffee. I mean, I had the Duggar's Coffee Imperial Stout recently, and that had a really strong coffee flavour. Whereas this, you know it's there, but the coconut edges it, well, more than edges it, because it's the dominant flavour mixed with the chocolatiness of the malts. And I think that's something that people tend to gloss over when it comes to these stouts and things like that. Just how amazingly chocolatey you can make something taste just by using hops. No, not hops. Malts. Don't know why I shouted malts then. And yet you'd swear that they've actually used chocolate in the brewing process. Have they? I didn't see it on... malt barley, hops, coconut, water, coffee and yeast, yeah. You'd swear that there's coffee. Fucking hell. You'd swear that there's chocolate in this. I'm actually looking in the beer now and it's not necessarily jet black. It's more of a really dark oaky brown. It's just in this lighting. I mean, just look at the remnants of that beer on the glass. It's discoloured it. That oily film around the glass, and you get that on your palate. It's not sickly sweet. It's a tiny bit of dryness on the back end, I would say. And I know people would be like, oh, it needs a bit more body, blah, 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 blah. I mean, don't get me wrong. Maybe. But the body holds the flavour remarkably well. And to be honest, I think it's just the right mouthfeel. Do you know what I mean? It just all fits in perfectly. I was a fan of the Imperial Milk Stout that I had recently, and I'm a fan of this. If you like coconut in your beer, you're going to love this. You really, really are. Gorgeous, gorgeous stuff. So in terms of a rating then, of Imperial Intergalactic Bounty Hunter. Why'd you watch this one? I can't even get the name of the beer right. Intergalactic Bounty Hunter. In terms of a rating, I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10. There's just something that I can't put my finger on. Night that I think that this beer's lacking. Do you know what I mean? It just there's just this tiny, teeny, tiny, insignificant thing that I think this beer could benefit from. And I don't know whether it's a bit more of a coffee flavour, but then again, would that sort of clash too much with the talking like William Shatner? Would that clash too much with the coconut? Needless to say, if you cream over coconuts in beer, you're going to cream over this beer. You really, really are. And I know that's a vulgar term, but it's gender neutral though. Lovely stuff, and it's the glass is so sticky where I spilt it. It's very sticky. And you know what? Kind of want to bake a cake with this, or dilute it a little bit. I'll put a little bit in some black coffee. Make tiramisu. That would be so filthy. There's no way I'd be able to broadcast such pornography on this channel. If you want to seduce me, right, present me with a beer like this, and yeah, that's lovely stuff. Having a bit of a moment, having a bit of hot flush. No, I'm not. Yeah, I'm just a little bit annoyed at myself for giving it a 9 out of 10. Because I'm really, really enjoying it. But there's just part of me that thinks it's just missing something. Just missing just one tiny thing. So, depending on which way you look at it, I suppose, it's a 10 out of 10. But at the very minimum, it's a 9 out of 10. And that is proof why you should never take my opinions on beer seriously at all, and never use my reviews for guidance, because I'm a hypocrite. My rules change on how I grade beer, and I'm not an authority on the subject. I'm just a guy who lives back in his childhood home in a shitty job. Well, it's not a shitty job, I like people there, but so yeah, never take my grain of salt when you watch any sort of beer review, really, because it means nothing at the end of the day. But that being said, you should try this beer, and if you don't, you're missing out on a great beer. So I'm even a hypocrite when it comes to myself. But anyway, regardless of that nonsense, lovely stuff. And that's 2 out of 2 dark beers from these guys that I've really enjoyed, and I will be trying more of their stuff. Because it's just damn good. I'm just amazed at what they've achieved with malts in this. Again, I think it's really overlooked. That side of beer. So it's like, oh, adjuncts, oh, hops. But like malts, I mean, even like yeast strain gets like big shout outs in a lot of reviews. But people sometimes overlook the malts. I don't know what's going on with her. People sometimes overlook the malts, do you know what I mean? And it's just amazing the variety of flavours and characters you can get from malts. So I think we should prize them. And from what I've had so far, which is obviously a tiny amount of beer from these guys, they're really good with malts. I'm getting like a slight, almost chocolate brandy character with this now. I'm going to cut this video short because I'll just keep saying things and just extended it longer than it needs to be. I think you got the picture about 5 minutes ago. But yeah, anyway, if you've tried this one, as always, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Bad posture, gonna have a hunchback when I'm older. And yeah, go check out the brewery. If you're in Wigan, go to the Northern Beer Temple to pick up some great beers, plus John's a really nice guy. And yeah, if you've tried it, love to know your thoughts, opinions. What's some of your favourite beers from these guys? And yeah, you guys take care. See you guys later. Why'd you subscribe to me?